Hey everyone, welcome to a recap of a game I just played with Russia. This was my first time trying the Reliquaries strategy. This is a unique strategy. Somebody commented about it a few months ago, and I've been meaning to do this game, been really looking forward to it a lot, and so I finally had a chance to try it. I did a couple tries with Khmer on this strategy, and came fairly close, but came up a bit short before the other civs reached the Enlightenment. So with this strategy, you try to get a bunch of relics by getting your apostles and missionaries killed, and you take the reliquaries' religious belief, which gives you a relic whenever you lose a religious unit, and you just try to accumulate as many relics as you can, and I think each one gives you like 24 tourism, so they really add up a lot. But the thing is, when your opponents reach the Enlightenment civic, the religious tourism from them is cut in half. So it's sort of a race, and I think they tend to reach the Enlightenment probably turn one, probably around 130-ish, 30-ish, yeah, probably 125, 130, 135, somewhere in there. So it's kind of like a race. You basically, you need to have a really strong relic system going by then, or you're gonna have to find another way to win. So with the Khmer, I came up short a couple times. So I figured Russia might be good because of the Lavra gives you great people points, like great writer, great artist points, and great musician, I think, too. So you can build up a really good base of tourism and then switch into a traditional culture strategy, because you accumulate a ton of great people even before you build any theater squares with this, if you have lavras in a bunch of cities. So I figured this would be kind of like the training wheels strategy for this. This is my first time doing a Reliquaries game, or at least first time completing one, and I thought Russia would be pretty good for. It's sort of like a hybrid between the Reliquaries and a standard culture game, and they were good. I think Russia was a good pick for that. So the main thing here was just the Lavra. The Mother Russia boost is really powerful too. They get +1 faith, +1 production from tundra tiles. So that's a lot of production and faith. The problem in those tundra cities, though, is growing them large enough. So I finally sort of got a balance going in this game where I had a few big cities that were either like half in the tundra and half out, or just completely out of the tundra, and then I had a bunch of smaller cities down in the tundra, and that's where I made sure I built lavras in every city, and those tundra lavras were super powerful because you have to take the tundra pantheon, and every lavra is like 7 adjacency then, if it's in tundra. So the Lavra and the Mother Russia boost were really like the central components of this. Lavras are incredible. I actually want to try a science victory with Russia too, using faith to expand, and maybe even buy military units after you expand and then just conquer. That would be pretty cool too. So I had a lot of fun with this game. This was one of my favorite games, I would say, because Russia, it's so unique, very unique civ to play as, because of these things. So these were the settings: Deity, standard speed, Pangea map. It's just easier to send the trade routes on a Pangea map. You get 25% more tourism when you have trade routes to opponents. Standard map size. I almost went with a large map because I wanted a lot of tundra for these lavras, but I found a good standard map. And I actually played, I think like 30 turns on this map first, made some mistakes, switched to another map, didn't really find anything better, and then I came back to this. So I did have sort of an idea of what was out there. There was a really, I was really lucky with who my neighbor was, and I don't mean the opponent, I mean a city-state. So you'll have to check that out. It was just too perfect for a Reliquaries game. So I had to get this map. I had to play on this map. It was awesome. Here we had random leaders. Oh, I played with a New World Age. Yeah, so lots of hills and mountains. That gave me a lot of production down in the tundra. And cold temperature. That's right. Yeah, I actually went with a cold map, so there was quite a bit of tundra, and a wet map too, so lots of trees, rainforests, and then here is the seed. Actually, the map seed is right here. If anybody wants to try it out, it is. I think this is a pretty cool map for Russia. This is ideal, and when after a few turns, when you see who you're next to, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, this was basically the strategy. I won't go into detail on all these other things. These other two boosts weren't really relevant to the game, at least not too much. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Thank you.